HowExpert! Top 10 Taekwondo Tips. HowExpert publishes quick how-to guides on all topics from A to Z by everyday experts. Visit HowExpert.com to learn more. Make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel for more HowExpert Top 10 videos in the future. Moving on, let's talk about the HowExpert Top 10 Taekwondo Tips. Number 10. Believe in yourself. When it comes to Taekwondo, we all have different strengths and weaknesses, and we all apply our own standards for ourselves in our own unique ways. We are our own biggest obstacles along our unique paths to success in martial arts. If you were to think you will never look as good as the best students in your class, then you would be right. If you were to think you will someday look as good, if not better, than the best students in your class, then you would also be right. It's all up to you how far you want to go and how much you're willing to work for it. Number 9. Stretch and warm up before class. Most classes include a warm-up and a bit of stretching at the very beginning of class. But if you want to improve on your flexibility and stamina, it's even better to come early to do even more stretching and warming up. Never stretch cold muscles. Always get your heart pounding a little bit first. Always remember to stretch both sides in both directions. And if you have one side that isn't as flexible, work on it even more. Plus, it gives you the chance to meet other members of your school, which leads me to my next point. Number 8. Be a part of the community. Although Taekwondo competitions are incredibly fun, Taekwondo isn't a strictly competitive sport. It's also collaborative. A dojang can feel like a family in which everyone wants to see each other persevere and succeed. You might feel anxious at first, in the back of the room as a white belt, worried that you look silly compared to others. But the truth is, everyone is too busy putting forth their own best efforts to be worried about how you look. Your classmates want to see you succeed and become a part of their community. Number 7. Stay consistent and go to class. This one should be a no-brainer, but go to class, even when it's hard. Staying on a consistent schedule and going to class often, ideally at least 3 times a week, is the best way to improve consistently over time. Any less often, and your flexibility and stamina will hit a plateau, and you'll be more likely to forget your techniques or forms. Get up, get out, and give it your best, whatever your best happens to be that day. As a corollary to this, practicing on your own, just 5 minutes a day for each day you don't go to class, can also go a long way. Number 6. Always fail forward. Every martial artist has setbacks and bad days. There will be times where it gets hard and you'll be frustrated, but don't let it discourage you. Ask yourself why. Why did your stance not end up in the right place after that turn during your form? Why did you lose your balance during that kick? Why didn't you get as much power into that strike as you were expecting? Whenever something doesn't go your way, it's an opportunity to learn from your mishaps. Number 5. Exemplify the 5 tenets in your everyday life. The 5 tenets of Taekwondo are courtesy, integrity, perseverance, self-control, and indomitable spirit. Think about what each of these mean to you and how you can do better at practicing them in your daily life. These tried and true words to live by will help you find resilience in mind, body, and soul, not just in the dojang. The beauty of Taekwondo is that no one can give it to you, and no one can take it from you. You own every shred of success because you worked hard for it. Let the confidence you gain from this leak over into your everyday life because you deserve it. Number 4. Ask lots of questions. Anytime you're stuck or confused, or anytime something doesn't feel right, raise your hand and ask your instructor for help. There is no perfect way to explain Taekwondo techniques, so sometimes you just need to hear it again or in a different way. Asking questions also shows your instructor how you think and how you learn, so that in turn, they can grow accustomed to your learning style, which can help them teach you better. Number 3, be patient with yourself. Sometimes it just takes time and practice to get something right. Sometimes it feels like your mind knows how to do it, but your body just won't listen. Sometimes you have a bad day, and there is a difference between what you can do and what you can do that day. These things happen to every martial artist, but you just have to be patient with yourself and know that the key to overcoming it is to stay positive and consistent. Number 2, always practice the basics. You can find videos all over the internet of incredibly accomplished martial artists doing amazing flying, jumping, and spinning kicks, and if you haven't already, then you should. However, one thing to keep in mind, for each time those martial artists have attempted these jaw-dropping techniques, they have probably thrown a basic roundhouse kick and a basic side kick 1,000 times. The basics never go away, so be sure to strive to improve them continuously. Can you get just a little more snap and power out of your hand techniques? Can you get just a little more height and stick in your kicks? Number 1, practice doesn't make perfect. That's right, practice doesn't make perfect. Perfect practice makes perfect. Make every kick better than the last one. Every time you do a hand technique, assume that that technique is the one and only time your instructor happened to be looking your way that day. Each time you do a form, use it to show off how much you've learned, how far you've come, and how much your techniques have improved since you first started. When you go for the next belt, for example, suppose you're going from green to blue. You don't have to do better than other green belts to become a blue belt. You just have to be better than the green belt that you were. If you liked our video, be sure to click like and subscribe for more HowExpert Top 10 videos for all topics from A to Z in the future. Also, let us know what other topics you want us to do a HowExpert Top 10 video in the future in the comments below. Thank you, have an amazing day, and take care. HowExpert publishes quick how-to guides on all topics from A to Z by everyday experts. Visit howexpert.com to learn more.